The summer blockbuster season is ramping up, and though theaters remain closed here, there are still some new movies to look forward to.
Yeah, we welcome back movie critic Erin Keeney with some of her picks, and she also has some big award show news. Good morning, Erin.
Good morning to you both. Yeah, good to see you. Just watching all of this, there's a lot of heavy stuff clearly going on in the world right now, but I have some fun, some joyful things to watch this weekend that I'm excited to tell you about. But first, I wanted to give you an update, on the Emmy Awards. So the 72nd annual Primetime Emmy Awards will go on this September. It's going to be Sunday, September 20th. It's going to be a live virtual event hosted by Jimmy Kimmel. So he's going to be alone in the Staples Center, no audience there. Of course, it's going to be a lot different this year. There will be no red carpet pre-show. There will be no interviews, before the ceremony, but the ceremony will go on. So here's what I'm looking forward to. The producers have announced this really ambitious plan of up to 140 live streams from around the world, from the hotel rooms to the homes of all the presenters and the nominees. So they're hoping to get, live reactions and to get the awards in their hands all live. I wonder if that makes your heart beat a little faster, all the producers in the control room right now. Going on together, and they're hoping to get some high-end kits in these places with good cameras, just what safety precautions will allow. So a lot of these people might be asking for favors from family members to run the cameras from the hotel room for the acceptance speeches. So maybe some preteens in the house can help out with the live stream there.
Yeah.
I'd really love to be a fly on the wall in that control room.
Well, because I know we handle, 4 to 5 Zoom calls in a 2-hour period, and that can be a bit trying sometimes with technology.
Could you imagine more than 100?
No, I can't. So best of luck to them.
Right. We'll have to watch and see how that plays out.
It's going to be a fun watch. And these are professionals too, so they're going to be able to roll with, like
Sure.
you, but they're going to be able to roll with whatever happens.
Well, we're talking David Copperfield. You've got some news on that as well.
Yes, exactly. So you remember the show Veep, the great show Veep. Armando Iannucci was the creator of that show, Emmy-winning show. Well, now he has a new movie, and he's taking on a literary classic. So this is the personal history of David Copperfield. I just watched this week, and I loved this movie. It's a modern take on the 1850 Charles Dickens classic. So just a reminder, this is not a movie about the Las Vegas magician, David Copperfield. Apparently, Dev Patel was a little confused at first when he got the script. But Dev Patel, from Slumdog Millionaire, he was in Lion, such a versatile actor. He stars as the quick-witted title character here as an adult. So we follow him from his childhood as a young orphan all the way through maturity and all these madcap adventures that he goes through with this eclectic crew of friends and family and even his enemies that he meets along the way. So the film also stars Hugh Laurie, who you probably just saw there. Rosalind, Ellie Azar, and Tilda Swinton there plays his aunt, who helps finance David's ambition to become a gentleman and an author. So there have been a lot of different versions on screen of the David Copperfield of this story, but this one is different. The director's colorblind approach to casting that you see here, this makes this story of Charles Dickens the most diverse telling of this classic tale probably ever. So that was fun to see. It's lively, it's endearing, the cast is hilarious, and I kept saying, oh, this is a delight. I don't know if it was the British coming out in me, but it was delightful.
I love Dev Patel. He's awesome, and I'm glad you pointed out this wasn't about the cheesy magician from Vegas, because when I first saw the headline, I was like, why are they making a movie about him? And then I realized it was not. So
yep, I'm glad you pointed that out too, because I saw it in the scripts and I was like,
okay, yeah. Okay, so we recently watched at home the original Bill and Ted because we knew this new movie was coming out. So we wanted to revisit those two, the dynamic duo that they are. And they have this new movie coming out. So how was it?
Excellent. You know that I reference it. It was an excellent film. So I just saw this last night. It was like wrapping a warm blanket of nostalgia. I smiled the whole time. So I'm a big fan of Bill and Ted, these two guys anyway. But yeah, this is almost 30 years in the making. So this is the sci-fi comedy. It's the third installment in the cult Bill and Ted trilogy. It's a sequel to Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey from 1991. And this whole thing started with Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure back in 1989. So we're back in San Dimas. Alex Winter and Keanu Reeves, they're back together playing the title characters, these best friends. And their film has some new additions, which is cool because we have their two daughters now, played by Samara Weaving and Bridget Lundy Payne, who get into the adventures with them. So they're now in middle age now, though, it's 30 years later. They're just trying to get through the monotony of life when a visitor from the future tells them that one of their songs can save life as we know it and bring harmony to the universe. So Bill and Ted travel in time in their old phone booth and enlist their families and old friends and some famous musicians to get the task done before the deadline. So like I said, I'm a big fan of these two. I just smiled throughout the whole thing. There's just a sweetness to these films. Jenny, I don't know if you felt that in watching some of the older ones. It's just sweet. Their whole message is just, of love, and their tagline is be excellent to each other. So I think even if you had to wait 30 years, this is very timely. And what's cool is you can stream this now this weekend. It's also playing in theaters, and it's going to be at the drive-in, part of a double feature at the 99.
Nice. Yeah, they haven't aged at all. And yeah, the movie, the original, holds up pretty well. There was only one moment that I was kind of like, ooh, that wouldn't really be okay to say in this day and age. But there was only like one moment where I felt like that. So
well, it'd be interesting to see how they play that out this time around.
Yeah,
so.
I think they probably have it together. Yeah, it sounds like it's going to be good. Erin, always great to see you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
You're welcome.